Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and today I'm bringing you my 5-star predictions. So I have 5 books here that I think will be 5 stars when I eventually get around to reading them, and then maybe in about a year or so, or when I've read all these books, I'll come back and I'll see if I was right, basically. The first one I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to shuffle over so I can put it here, is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. That is an adult fantasy book and it is a chunker. It is a good 800-900 pages long, I think. I don't have it, so I can't tell. And again, being an adult fantasy, I don't know an awful lot going into it, so I'm just going to read you the blurb from Goodreads and then we'll get on to talking about everything else. So Goodreads says that this is a brand new epic novel from New York Times bestselling author Christopher Paolini. Kira Navarez dreamed of life on new worlds. Now she's awakened in a nightmare. During a routine survey on an uncolonized planet, Kira finds an alien relic. At first she's delighted, but elation turns to terror when the ancient dust around her begins to move. As war erupts among the stars, Kira is launched into a galaxy-spanning odyssey of discovery and transformation. First contact isn't at all what she imagined, and events push her to the very limits of what it means to be human. While Kira faces her own horrors, Earth and its colonies stand upon the brink of annihilation. Now Kira must be humanity's greatest and final hope. It sounds good. And I think it was one of those books that you kind of like automatically buy because I really love the Eragon series. So I read the Eragon series years ago. I still have like the last book and a half to read. One of those things that like you've picked up and put down. But I really enjoy his writing style, and it is his first adult novel, so I wanted to give it a go. Next up on my 5-star predictions is The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. So I reckon this will be 5 stars. So in this book we follow Violet, who has just moved to the surrounding woodlands of rural New York, and she is worried that she won't fit in at her new school. And the more that she hangs out with these new kids and discovers her history of this town, she finds out she's one of the founding families, and the founding families have a job to do, and they have to keep, I think it's called the Grey, from coming and destroying the town. And she finds out that by being one of the children from a founding family, they all have their own otherworldly powers, abilities, that kind of thing. So that sounds right up my street. And on the back it actually says for fans of Raven Boys and Stranger Things. I did like Stranger Things. I haven't read Raven Boys yet. I have got Raven Boys on my shelf, but and I discussed that in my haul video that I did a couple of weeks ago, so go check that out if you haven't. But yeah, I think that will be 5 stars. It sounds right up my street. The next book that I reckon would be 5 stars, again, is another book that I featured in that haul, and I talked a lot about it, so I will link this haul, the October haul, up above in the cards somewhere, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I think this will be 5 stars because it is just up my street. It's a mystery, there's supernatural powers involved, it's set in the 1920s, it is in New York. What is there not to love about this book? I know that a lot of people do really enjoy this book and do really love this book, so I'm hoping I am one of them. The 4th book that I've got that I reckon will be a 5 stars is Jade City by Fonda Lee. This sounds incredible. So I talked about this in a past vlog. I picked it up because I have heard a lot of good things about it on BookTube and BookTwitter and Bookstagram and all the book community places. So I picked it up, and this is, again, I'm going to read from the back because I don't know an awful lot, but I don't want to know an awful lot. And the back of this is: Jade is the lifeblood of the city of Janloon, the stone that enhances a warrior's natural strength and speed. It is mined, traded, stolen and killed for, all controlled by 2 families equal in their power and ruthlessness. When a modern drug emerges that allows anyone, even foreigners, to wield Jade, simmering tensions between the 2 clans erupt into open war. And apparently this is an epic drama reminiscent of the classic Hong Kong gangster films, but taking place in a fantasy metropolis so gritty and well imagined that you'll forget you're reading a book. That sounds 5 stars to me. I'm really getting into my fantasy books, and I'm hoping that that carries on because I have a lot of adult fantasy and just fantasy in general on my shelves that I just want to dig into. It is a genre that I have always kind of dabbled in when reading, but not massively. So here it is. And the final book that I reckon will be 5 stars for me is The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson, I think. This is the Illuminated edition, so it is gorgeous. I reckon this would be a 5 stars. So this is a book where it is set in the future, and they have discovered how you can travel between realities, and the way you can travel between realities is you can travel to any reality as long as you are dead. You can't be alive, so you can't cross over. We follow a girl called Kara who is dead in all but 8 of these, so she can travel between them. When one of Kara's doppelgangers mysteriously dies, she sets out to figure out why and is thrown into a new world full of loads of new secrets. And this sounds amazing. It's a sci-fi. It's not a very long book. I'm hoping it's great. It's one of the ones I want to get round. We have a bit of a theme for this 5-star thing. 1 book is blue, 1 book is green, and 3 of them are pink. So maybe I will do like reading books of all 1 colour, because I have 3 of them right there. I don't know when I will be getting round to these. These currently aren't on any of my TBRs. They are all books that I really want to get to soon. But as we all know, in the world of reading, that you can just buy books and either read them immediately or shove them down your list very quickly. It's just one of those things that happen. So I reckon I will be back to talk about this probably in about a year, or maybe in a couple of months, fingers crossed, if we actually read them in a relatively quick way. But I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I have a lot of books to read. I need to get through a lot of my shelves. I'm fed up of having 100 books on my shelves, but I can't stop buying them. So if anyone has any hints on how to stop buying new books, or if anyone could tell the publishing companies to stop bringing out new books, that would be fantastic, just for a little while so I could finish my shelves. But for now, that is all from me. That is all for today's video. Give this video a like if you liked it. Leave me down a comment down below if you have read any of these books. If you have any other 5-star predictions, let me know. I want to know. I want to see what other books I can read, and subscribe if you want to see how this turns out, and if I am right at 5-star predictions. We'll see. I have done this before, obviously not a video, this is my first videoed one, but I haven't always been right, so we shall see. But that is all from me today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.